Yes, guys, yes, people, welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to another video. Hopefully, you guys are doing well today. If you're a Chelsea fan, you must be very, very gutted because Man City and Arsenal could have dropped points, but unfortunately, they've won. And both Arsenal and Man City are undefeated, this season and especially last season as well. So they are the only two teams in England remaining unbeaten. But both Man City and Arsenal, they got a goal down in in those games, but they made a comeback for it and they've won. But both teams have conceded, so Liverpool remain on top. Man City and Arsenal remain second and third, so no changes, for that. It would have been great to see Man City and Arsenal drop points because if Chelsea win tomorrow, we go above them during the international break. But unfortunately, it ain't going to happen. So I knew Man City to win and I knew Arsenal win, but I didn't expect Arsenal particularly to concede. And Southampton hit the post. Like, this could have been a different game if Southampton would have scored that. But Ramsdale's return, in the first half, he kept a clean sheet, but in the second half, he has conceded three. And yeah, that's not good on his return to the Emirates, but he'll be happy to be back in North London. So unfortunately, that's not for him. But Arsenal remain unbeaten, and so is Man City. But Liverpool remain on top because they've only lost one game in all competitions this season on the slot. So there we go. But yeah, that is it for that one. Let us focus on tomorrow's preview for Chelsea versus Nottm Forest. So in this video, I'm going to tell you guys how I think what Maresca should be doing, how I think about this game. I'm going to read you out some stats, give you guys my predicted lineup, and tell you guys my prediction for tomorrow's game. So make sure you tune into that one. But before I talk about those ones, if you guys haven't done so already, make sure you click the like button if you enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe to Live Talks Football. In below as well. Make sure you hit the bell notifications so they never ever miss any of my videos or live streams. And also make sure you hit the share button so that you guys can come along and give your reactions to your preview to tomorrow's game. What's your prediction? How do you think we should play? And what's your prediction as well? So make sure you guys do that. So yeah, first of all, I watched Maresca's press conference. And there's two things here that people were angry about. But there was one thing that people were angry about. But I'm like, he's white, And he was basically talking about, I don't think we're title contenders because Man City and Arsenal are. And if you think about it, it makes sense, because we are way off, yeah? I know that if we win tomorrow, we'll be like 2 points by Liverpool, 1 point by City and Arsenal. But I don't think we're there yet because defensively was shocking, and Robert Sanchez is just poor. Our midfield is improving, and our attack is certainly improving. It's just that our defense and our goalkeeping needs fixing. The left back and right back, I'm fine, but the two centre backs needs fixing. Because ever since Thiago's left, I don't think we have a better centre back that is like him. Even Trevor Chalobah as well. Levi Colwell, he is improving, I have to say. West Fofana, not so much and I do get that because he had ACL. Disasi, he started off really well, but has been looking disaster. And Badiashile the same thing. Under Graham Potter, he was really good. But after that, he has been poor. So I'm like, where was Badiashile under Graham Potter? Like, where was West Fofana on the Thomas Tuchel? Like, where were they? So for me, we still need to sort out defense. We need to have a better partnership. And Robert Sanchez, for me, I don't know about him, but I know he's going to start this game. But if he has another shocking performance, then in the Liverpool game, I want to see Philip Jensen get a chance. Because yes, we did concede twice against Ghent in the Europa Conference League, but both goals weren't his fault. I blame more of us centre backs than I do with Jensen because he made some big saves. So it's not his fault, His distribution is too good and he doesn't fear me. Whereas Robert Sanchez is completely different. The game against Brighton, both goals weren't his fault. Because if you look at it, yeah, I have to say either Caicedo or Levi Colwell should have cleared it out. But if you look at Robert Sanchez, he was off his line, running to the player. Like, and he feels like he's going to get the ball when he's not. If Robert Sanchez didn't do that, I don't think, we'll concede that goal. Then look at the second goal. Distribution, shocking, And I said in a live watch along, he thinks that he's a Brighton player when he plays for Chelsea. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. So, yeah, man. Maresca is right. Like, if we can sort our defense and if we can get a better goalkeeper in the giant transfer window, and if we can continue to be unbeaten, then yes, I will say they're in the title race. But it's early days because after the international break, we've got some tough tests. So those games would tell us where Chelsea will be this season. If we do one against the Big Six, will we be in the title race? If we don't, then the quality we still got will be finishing the top four. We'll go out to wait and see. But Maresca's right, so I don't get why people are surprised. Maresca speaks sense. When it comes to mistakes, he learns from them. When it comes to tactics and substitutions, it's always spot on. He doesn't change. Putting players in the right position, giving the players their kick off their arse. Like Maresca, it's starting to look better, than Pochettino. Even though it's early days, 13 points. Sorry, let me see. 13 points, in 6 games. It's not that bad. Not that bad. If we would have been in Crystal Palace, we would have been above City and Arsenal. Not now, but tomorrow. So that's the only thing. But we still remain unbeaten. So there we go. So so that was the first thing he said. And then there's still no Reece James, because last week, we saw on his Instagram that he is getting back very soon. So there we go. But he's still not in that squad. But Lavia is back. So will we see him start tomorrow? Or we see the same partnership of Enzo and Caicedo? Because Enzo, in the last couple of games, have been looking really good. Really good. Maresca's getting the best out of him. But Caicedo, man, I feel like so far this season, he's been the best DM. I saw a comparison between Rice and Caicedo. And looking at this year, Caicedo has been much better form as a DM than Declan Rice, and I believe Gravenberch as well. So fair play to Moise Caicedo. He's very underrated, man. Many people are saying, oh, he spends so much. And I do get that. But Moise Caicedo isn't a bad player. And you can see that Maresca is getting a better structure and getting the best out of them. Pochettino, completely different. Completely different. So Moise Caicedo, it's been really good. Cole Palmer, 10 GA, this season. And, Saka, I've got to mention about him, has got 3 GA against Southampton. So he's going to be the man of the match. But I think Palmer has still got better GA, than Saka. He's on the same as Erling Haaland, which, by the way, he hasn't scored in 2 consecutive Premier League games. Didn't score against Newcastle. I didn't score today against Fulham. But they remained unbeaten. And they just managed to hold on because Fulham, when Núñez scored, Man City were afraid a little bit. They really were, but they managed to hold on and they remained unbeaten. So, Man City have now gone 13 Premier League home games without a defeat. So, listen, it's going to take 56 games here for them to equal Chelsea's record, but that would never, ever happen because Man City one day will lose at the Etihad, and I hope one team does that. But they remain unbeaten at home, and same it goes for Arsenal. But for Cole Palmer, he's in the England squad alongside Madueke and Livakowo. The only thing I will say is that I'm pretty surprised to see Jadon Sancho not in there because ever since he's come to Chelsea, he's been very good. Like 3 assists in 3 games. In the game against Brighton, won the penalty, could have scored, but unfortunately it was disallowed because of Madueke. Like Jadon Sancho's been really good, Even look at our B team, we've been winning comfortably as well. So there we go. So I'm surprised Jadon Sancho's not in it, but if Jadon Sancho continues to press Chelsea, hopefully we'll be in the England squad next month. So there we go. But listen, that's all the manager. Now, in terms of this game, this is the test for Maresca because last season we didn't beat Nottm Forest at home, and that was a team against a low block. And if you look at Crystal Palace, they pretty much play a low block, and we couldn't beat them. But listen, like I said before, the referee was an absolute disgrace because Wharton should have been sent off. And if Watson didn't be on the pitch here, then I don't think here that Crystal Palace would have played a low block. I could be wrong, but I don't think they will do, But this game is a truly low block. And of course, Can Hudson-Odoi will return to Stamford Bridge. So that's huge for him, We've won our first Premier League game against Brighton. Let's hope we can end the international break on a high, because Villa got Manchester United. So, so listen, it all depends here what Chelsea can do, because this is a test, and then we got a big one after the international break. So I want to see how Maresca can do well. Will he go for a very attacking formation, or will he change the tactics? We're going to have to wait and see. But listen, so far Maresca has been doing good for Chelsea, really good. And let's hope he keeps this up. Let's hope, But there's a huge one, because Nuno has got a good record against Chelsea. So listen, and we haven't even been Forest at Stamford Bridge ever since they've been promoted. Last season we beat them, but let's hope we can finally beat them at Stamford Bridge. Let's hope we can end that curse against a low block. Let's see what Maresca can do. So I don't know how he's going to do it. I just really hope we do it, and it's a must-win game, because after that we got some tough games. So let's finish. So let's end this good form with a win, and let's hope so that we can have confidence going into big games. Not so much, but just only a tiny bit confidence, because the way we're playing and a couple of good results that we have. So there we go. So yeah, this is Maresca's top huge test, and I chose him and the players, pass it. I just hope they do. So there we go. So yeah, that is it on that one. Now it's time for me to tell you guys the stats between Nottm Forest and Chelsea. So without further ado, here it goes. So Chelsea have just one of their 4 Premier League meetings with Nottm Forest since that latter returned to the top flight in 2022, drawing 2 and losing 1. Of course, we drew to them both. The first time they were back, it was under Graham Potter. We drew to them at Forest, and we drew to them at Stamford Bridge. That was 0-0. So there we go. But yeah, we have beaten them last season, which was 3-2 away from home. And I remember James putting out Greening Cross into Nicholas Jackson with the late winner. So there we go. After being 2-1 down. Nottm Forest won the exact fixture last season, like I said before. Only once they have ever won consecutive away games against Chelsea, doing so in their first 2 visits at Stamford Bridge since Chelsea were founded in 1905. So they did this 2 years ago after Chelsea had been founded. So that's basically 1907 and 1908. Boy, that's a long time ago. Since their return to the competition in 2022, no team has lost more Premier League away games in London than Nottm Forest, which is 10. They have lost each of their last 4 in the capital, conceding more than 3 goals each time, though their solitary win in London this time was Chelsea last season. Chelsea have won 9 of their 11 Premier League games, drawing 1 or losing 1, net at least twice in 8 of those 9 victories. Indeed, the Blues are the top scorers in this competition, 15, not now because of Arsenal, Man City. But if we can score a lot of goals tomorrow, then we'll continue to be the most goal scorers in the season. And also, they have a shot conversion rate of 20.3%. And finally, Nottm Forest have earned 13 points with the last 5 Premier League games, winning 4 and drawing 1. Their last year was against Fulham last weekend, as many as they had in the previous 27 combined, which is winning 2, drawing 7 and lose 18 times. They're looking to go unbeaten in 6 consecutive top of flight games since for the first time since February to November 1995, which they've done it 12 times. So as you can see, some of these stats work in Forest more than Chelsea. But I'm just confident, that record is going to end, because Maresca, is getting the players warmed up and, putting the best performance. The Stamford Bridge atmosphere is looking great. We're unbeaten. We've only lost 1 game in the Premier League. So I'm confident, that we're going to break that curse. It may not be easy because, like I said, this is a tough test for Maresca against a low block team. But I'm just really hoping that we get the 3 points and we get the job done. Yes, we may concede, but I just want us to like be clinical in the final third. Stop keep wasting so many chances because, like I said to Charlene earlier today, big up to her. I said to her, is that if we go into halftime like a 0-0 and then we keep on missing chances, you know, I just got this feeling that forwards are going to hit us on a counter attack and score because that's what they did against Liverpool when they won that game. Like Liverpool dominating possession, creating more chances. They were not clinical. Clounsodoi scored a brilliant goal, and that was forwards on the counter attack. So we need to make sure that we're not like Liverpool. We need to make sure that we dominate possession, you know, be clinical in the final third, and just win comfortably. That is all I expect from Chelsea to do tomorrow. And if we can do that, happy days. But if not, then it's going to be disappointing. But I'm just confident that we're going to break that curse tomorrow, going into this game. So there we go. All right, guys. So let me give you guys my prediction now for tomorrow's game. So in goal, I know many people are going to hate me, but this is, I want Philip Jekyson to start, but I know Robert Sanchez is going to start. But listen, this game is Nottm Forest, not Brighton. So I really hope Robert Sanchez can redeem himself. If he makes stupid decisions again, then the game against Liverpool, start Jensen. But when he's good shot stopping, but his distribution and, his brain is just not working properly. It really isn't. But Robert Sanchez, I'll still give him credit. But he still has a lot of work to do. But yeah, Robert Sanchez in goal. Left back, I'm going to go for Kukurea. Then the two centre backs, I'm going to go for Levi Colwill and Tosin, because Wes Fofana had an okay game against Brighton, but I think Levi Colwill is improving, and Tosin did really well against West Ham. I would have thought they will start in a game against Brighton, but I think I'll give Tosin a chance, So let's see if them polish can be really good. So yeah, right centre back, I'm going to go for Tosin Adebayor. Right back, Malo Gusto, because he got rested for the Europa Conference League. He looked really good against Brighton. Defensively, all right, okay, but going forward, causing problems. So yeah, right back, Malo Gusto. Now, I did say that Lavia is going to be back, but I don't think. But the way Enzo and Caicedo have been playing recently, I don't think Lavia is going to get that chance. If he does start. If Maresca does start Lavia, that won't be complaining, because I think Lavia will be a better option than Enzo alongside Caicedo, if you know what I mean. But Enzo has been looking good of the last few games, so that's why I'm going to put in my starting lineup, and I know he's going to be starting tomorrow, and he's the captain, so you just kind of drop him. Of course, Moise Caicedo on the other side, brilliant in form for Chelsea in the last 4 games, looking like the best DM so far in the Premier League. So there we go. So yeah, in terms of the attacking, so in terms of left wing, I'm going to go for Jadon Sancho, because this boy has been cooking. He has been absolutely phenomenal for Chelsea as a winger. Better than Mudryk, better than Sterling. 3 assists in 3 games, could have scored against Brighton, but was offside, won us the penalty. Like, he's been cooking, and thank you, Manchester United. I won't keep saying this here until they tell me that they are angry at the owners here for selling selling Jadon Sancho to Chelsea. I hope, and I'm gonna keep on saying it until I hear their apology from them. So there we go. But yeah, Jadon Sancho left wing. On the right wing, as a number 10, Cole Palmer, 10 GA, same as Erling Haaland, unstoppable, and many fans are thinking we have to make sure that we don't concentrate on Cole Palmer only, and that makes sense. But for me, just hope Palmer gets another good game and another man of the match, because it's been really good. I don't think he's the best player in the league, but if he continues this form, I think he might be someday. But for now, he has been really good as the best player, and so yeah, Chelsea's best player so far this season. Yeah, Cole Palmer 10. On the right wing, I'm going to start Pedro Neto, because I think Madueke, after that game against Wolves, his form hasn't been particularly that great, Sometimes he can make great ones, but when it comes to decision making, it can be frustrating. Takes too long on the ball, doesn't look at his teammates, Whereas with Pedro Neto, yes, he may not have a good game in the first half, but in the second half, he was so much better. The crosses, he's scoring his goal for Chelsea, and he plays better on the right wing. than he does on the left. So I think Pedro Neto deserves a chance. So I think I'm going to start this game rather than Madueke. Then up top, I mean, I wanted Kunku to start, but listen, if Palmer starts, they have to start Nicholas Jackson because them two, yeah, have a great partnership. And in a game against Brighton, if Nicholas Jackson were clinical, Palmer could have got 3 assists. You know, imagine 6 goals and 3 assists, yeah, in one game. You would have just broke the Premier League record even more, you know. So I was just hoping that Nicholas Jackson can be clinical because if he gets another stinky game, then I think Christopher Nkunku needs to start against Liverpool, you know, because last season he came off the bench and he scored, you know, a couple of goals. So there we go. But hopefully Nicholas Jackson can continue his form. You know, if he gets another assist and if he can score a couple of goals, then he's back to it. Because like I said, Jackson is not a bad player, but when it comes to his shooting boots, it can be frustrating sometimes. So that's the thing I want Jackson to improve. And I really hope he turns up in this game and we get to see a much better Jackson than we saw against Brighton. So there we go. But yeah, guys, that is my predicted lineup for tomorrow's game. Now, in terms of my prediction, I'm going to go for a 2-1 Chelsea win because like I said, it's a test. We have to see what we do against a low block, you know. I would have gone for 3-1, but I thought to myself, Forest are just going to play, it's just going to do more defensively than they do going forward. So that's why, to me, I just hope we're clinical in this game. But if we do score like 3+ more goals, then that's another one. And it took us 3 years, yeah, for us to do that. You know, 3 consecutive games where we score +3 goals. So there we go. So if we can do another one, happy days, and we'll still be the most goals scored in the Premier League this season, you know. So there we go. But yeah, looking forward to this game. So don't forget, guys, there will be a live watch along and a match reaction for Chelsea versus Nottm Forest tomorrow. So make sure you guys tune into that one. And if you don't want to miss it, hit the subscribe button, then hit the notification so that you never miss the live stream and all the videos. Make sure you click the like button if you enjoyed this video. You know, also share this to your friends, to your family, like whoever is watching this. Make sure you click the share button so that you guys can, in the comments below, can tell me where do you disagree with anything I said. What do you think Maresca should do against a low block? What's your predicted lineup and what's your prediction? And do you think that Chelsea are going to break the Nottm Forest curse at Stamford Bridge? I hope so, and I know you guys will hope so too. So there we go. But guys, that is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Look after yourself. Take care. Goodbye. God bless. And as always, up the Chels. See you later. Bye bye.